Yes, guys, welcome back to the Once You're In podcast. As you can see, if you are watching this, you can see we have Mr. Josh Croggon with us again. I'm not even going to call this a special guest episode because basically we're going to get Josh on a bit more often. So, hello Josh, how are you doing and why are you in a shirt?
Hello Finn, I am good. I've just been to a funeral. It was great fun, thank you. How's your day been?
Who died?
It was my... my dog. No, I'm joking.
Josh killed his dog.
It was my bodybuilding career, guys. We've just had a funeral for it. No, it was a great uncle. He died a few weeks ago. He's already been cremated, so it was a celebration of life.
Was he that great?
Yeah, let's call him an all right uncle. He was fine. Yeah, great.
It might have been banned from seeing him from the age of 8. He said a few inappropriate things and locked in the room once or twice, but hey, we'll move on.
They're the best uncles.
How was the funeral? Was it okay?
Yeah, fine. Everyone got pissed and a few people cried and then I left.
Sounds like a standard one.
Yeah, good fun.
Yeah. How's your week been? You play football at the weekend?
I had football training and I was on absolute flames. I scored 4 goals in training. One of them was like 25 yards out, bottom corner, just exquisite. My legs are absolutely fucked today. Fucked.
How is your leg training like?
Yeah, I spoke about that. Yeah, what have you been doing? Obviously, I got injured.
Sorry, guys, it keeps breaking up. Did you say leg training? Arm training. Arm training's going great. Great.
Are you actually training legs? Because your legs aren't even bad, mate. Your legs are quite good.
My leg training is very sporadic at the minute. I'm getting a leg day in. It's just, it varies what I'm doing on the leg days. So like some days I'll be able to do like 2 sets of leg pressing. Some days it'll just be leg extension, hamstring curl, calf raises, adductors, and that's it because I can't move. There's a lot of auto-regulating.
Are you not bothered? Are you happy with the fact that like you're enjoying your football and obviously you're not really like your legs don't need to grow for men's physique anyway?
The season's going to be done in April, so leg day will, not be missed for 6 months.
How about yourself, Reese?
Yeah, man, sound. All as good as I was saying before we got on, I've been saying yes to training with like clients every single session, which is sick. Until you finish a session and you're like, Jesus Christ, I'm absolutely smoked. So yeah, me and Connor Flanagan trained legs today. I actually got a question about him saying, has he survived? So men's physique were natty. Leg session with a natty men's physique guy. Josh, no wonder mate you don't train legs because Connor was wrecked by the end of it. Like literally, like I got a photo of him like hanging over a machine. We weren't even on that machine. We were on a different machine. And I just saw him and I was like, why are you like prone over a machine holding onto plates? And he was like, this is what I just found myself. Like, great, sick. So, yeah, no, that's been all good. Away from that, usual kind of ticking over. Finn has decided to take off his nose strip that he had on for 3 days. Finn, do you want to speak about why the hell did you accept a nose strip sponsorship? Can we get some, like, how much are they paying you? Because that is the worst sponsorship I've ever seen in my entire life.
Just jealous that you don't have one, mate.
Mate, they've messaged me. I could get the messages up from like 6 months ago. I did not reply.
Yeah. Why would I not?
No strip sponsorship.
The main things that, like, let's be honest, is it
Reese,
really...
I've used nose strips and mouth tape for the last like 2 years.
Yeah, but that's like, I just think a nose strip, mate, like sponsorship. Use code Natural Physique. That's like a bit, like, that's like, you come out of Love Island.
It's just, I use nose strips every night. I use mouth tape every night. If someone's going to send me them for free, why would I say no?
Because I think putting your name to something that isn't that expensive. Like, for example, Love Island dude come out and they're like, guys, my car air freshener is bad.
It's completely different. This is related to bodybuilding and things that I use. It's like if somebody gave you a CPAP machine for free and you had to promote it, would you say yes? Yeah, of course you would. You'd be like, I'll take a free CPAP machine.
But that's 500 quid, not...
Mate, over time, nose strips and mouth tape would be 500 quid.
Oh,
Josh, please
Jesus.
chime in.
No. Finn, there is a line, right? Can you remember a few years ago when we trained together and you was like, I don't know how the conversation came up, but basically, Magnum Condoms sent me a
You're
load
sponsored
of.
by Hardbody. You don't have a leg to stand on, mate.
Hardbody is way better, and that's saying something. Because I've had messages from them. That's way better than no
I
shit.
would much rather be sponsored by Nays than Hardbody.
No. Hardbody. JC10 at the checkout. Great products, premium lifting straps, knee sleeves, you name it, we've got the lot. No strips. It's a bit gay, bro.
Can you not get nose strips from Hardbody?
No.
Yeah, I don't know, Finn. I think that's like, it's one of those sort of things. I feel like we're going to have to disagree to...
That's fine, mate. I'm more than happy to agree to disagree. I use them every night. Why would I not be like, yeah, sound, I'll have them for free? I recommend them to my clients. So it just makes sense.
I just think there's a certain element where, like, if everything you do is something like paid, like I've been...
How is that everything I do? Everything I do. I'm sponsored by Pitstop, Surveyo, and I want you to say I'm sponsored by Nays. They just send me free stuff.
I can tell you prepping now, mate. This is just a little comment, and you've lost your head 2 minutes.
No, it's because everything that I do, you have to have a comment on. Even if you would agree with it, you'll be like, you'll bring it up.
Have you seen Kuba's latest sponsorship?
What's it?
Kuba is a new sponsor, and it is the ugliest shoes that I've ever seen in my life.
What are they called?
It's not not Vivo. It's something pretty.
Does he wear
Pretty
them anyway,
white.
though? Would he wear them anyway?
I think I don't know.
I think if you're using a product anyway, and they then come to you. So, for example, I didn't use Nays before, but I used nose strips. And to be fair, they actually went through Josh. So Josh set us all up with it. But if you already
That's
use...
not me.
Josh Campbell. If you already use a product, and you are then to be sponsored like by that A brand that does the same thing, I don't think there's anything wrong in that. If I was to completely change my ideologies and my mindset and be like, oh, I do this now because this person messaged me, I wouldn't do that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I think Brandon Harding's a gimp, so I wouldn't be sponsored by Hardbody.
That's really disrespectful. That Brandon is a really nice chap, and every single one of the Hardbody athletes are credible bodybuilders. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually trying to find. I've had like 3 or 4 messages from those strip things. I'm trying to find it to see if I can just do the show. I never reply, but that means that I never used them. But I do definitely think there is an element where it's like
It's a similar kind of thing that you have a sponsor for peptides. It's just something that you use anyway.
yeah, but I think that's a bit different because it's like something you buy on a monthly basis. That's a lot more money than just nose strips. That are like I don't know actually the going rate for nose strips, but I can't imagine you spend more than what 10 a month.
No, but that's not the point. The point is if people are using them anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know in these moments when you're having this debate, like Finn, you're dead set, no strips, great thing to promote.
Last point. One more point. What's the package that he sends you? Like, what do you get? Do you get limited nose strips? Do you get like a monthly allowance? Like, what's like? And I actually just want to know because what do they
I
send?
just message him if I need something. But it's good. I got blue light blockers. I got an eye mask. I get mouse.
Okay, you know what? If they do blue light blockers,
Oh, you're all right now, are you? Yeah. I'll
Right,
do what?
right.
Oh, you fucking messed
They're
me
a
back.
little bit more expensive. You know, they're a little bit more worth it. You know, like
Yeah.
nose strips itself is like.
I think you're completely wrong because actually they're not more expensive. Because if you were to buy blue light blockers, you buy them once if you don't break them. You buy nose strips, you're buying them over and over and over again. It's more expensive.
Did you not lose a pair of blue light blockers when you stayed a month?
No, I didn't lose them. They were stolen by you.
I don't. I'm not too sure about that. You don't lose them.
Like the only good ones, my RA Optic ones, they seem to just disappear at yours.
Can we work out the logistics of if you do lose them, how many more days you have to wait to like make it worthwhile?
Yeah, we could do it right now live on the pod if you want.
Right, Finn, so you have to now not lose your blue light blocker glass for the next 7,000 days, and you'll make it worthwhile.
Oh, my phone's not charging. Carry on.
Right. Listeners,
Yes.
in the comment section, decide, is Finn a sellout or has he got a point?
Yeah.
Right? We can't decide. I think he's a sellout. Reese thinks he's a sellout. Finn's
Dirty
dead set.
sellout. Yeah, dirty sellout. And this is coming from Josh Croggon, who's accepted the Hardbody sponsorship.
Hey.
To be fair, though, I actually will say, when Hardbody messaged me, the actual package they sent through, I was like, that's very tempting. I'm just not interested, sorry. And it's nothing personal. I think Brandon's actually a really nice
It's absolutely personal.
it's personal for my brand relative to who I actually coach. If you're like, let's say Will Holmes is sponsored by an 18-year-old getting free lifting belts and strapped. Hell fucking it. Like, makes sense. People who use the code. Like,
If you looked at Brandon and thought he was a cool guy, you would have accepted it. So it is personal.
I think he's a cool guy on a personal level. I just don't think, because Brandon would admit, his marketing is not towards guys our age. It's towards 16 to 25-year-olds. Who I hang out with TikTokers. Well, he used to. I don't know if he still does. He's got a girlfriend now, so he doesn't hang out with fucking, like, the, say, 18-year-old. You go, I go, and I'm 70 kilos, he's 77. Like, watch us go for a flat bench or whatever. And he's like, if I get this, you better follow. Try to hit 10K.
Whilst we're on this, Josh, we did a thing on an episode that you weren't on, and it was like, who have you unfollowed this week? Because their content is dreadful. So, have you unfollowed anyone recently?
I unfollowed a load of people on Valentine's Day.
Oh, did you?
So like, oh mate, I was so close. Sam George Media nearly got the boot. oh, come on. I'm joking, Sam.
You make a hard decision here. But yeah, Josh, we mentioned Joe Brightman, Finn had unfollowed, Stephen Chalk. You know Stephen Physique?
I unfollowed him the other day as well.
I never followed him, so I didn't have to. Josh, you trained in the same gym as Stephen Physique, didn't you?
Yeah, mate, I trained at the same gym as well. Yeah, and we were sponsored by Elite together.
You're way more of a sellout than me, Josh. You did like reels with Stephen Physique.
I'm
right?
not gonna lie, like me and Finn, we said this, didn't we? Elite sucked when they were like a regime of just hiring like retards.
You can't say that.
Yes, you can, mate. I couldn't give a fuck.
Reese's getting cancelled now. No, mate, honestly, can't.
They hired me.
Yeah, Josh, you were okay, but they went on like a run of like 2021 to 2023 where I was like, why have they just got every gimp in the fitness industry? What the fuck is
Mate,
this
honestly.
How was it when you did that? I'm sure we've had this conversation before where like you went and did a shoot with them. Can we go down that road?
Yeah, let's go down that road.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. I've done a few shoots with them. Initially, when me and Tom signed, well, when I signed for them, it was like me, Stephen Chalk, and then his missus, and it was fine. And then they started hiring like more and more people. So there was a guy. Oh dear.
Stephen Chalk is just so funny.
Imagine Steve Physique just gets said this. He's like, fuck these kids.
The thing is, like, the reason he's called Stephen Chalk makes no sense. It's literally he left his chalk at the gym once.
Did I say to you to tell him, or was it me? No, I said, who said Stephen Chalk?
Yeah, we did it. You did it.
Yeah, Finn was like, Reece, give him his chalk back, but you have to say Stephen Chalk, and then we'll just call him Stephen Chalk from that point. So I said, Stephen, pause, chalk, and gave him his chalk back.
But he was on the bottle of chalk, weren't he?
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
No, but it was after the whole thing.
Yeah.
That was what was crazy.
Yeah. So we've had there's a meme of Stephen Chalk for years, and he's like, this came to fruition. We started this.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, come on. How were the shoot days?
Shoot days were just so much fun. So much fun. It was just a really weird bunch of people that you'd just be sat there like, I can't believe what I'm listening to. Like the amount of people that were like, oh yeah, I turn over 18 grand a month online coaching. Be like, do you though, mate? Do you? But then like occasionally they signed like decent people. So obviously me, Tom, Aaron Carpenter, and then Adam Powell.
Wasn't like Ethan sponsored by him as well?
Yeah, Ethan. So like us five.
So yeah, it was weird. It was like they had like people who I was like, why are they sponsored by them as well as these people?
Yeah.
And then they had Jay Freaky. Think of him what you will.
Just the other side of the coin, we're going down that.
Chalky. A guy called Kev Choto, can you remember him?
Yeah, Kev takes photos of girls' feet in Northwest Derby.
You've got it. You've got it. And then there was a guy who used to manage his girlfriend's OnlyFans account. So honestly, the shoots were like the maddest days ever. You'd just be sat there like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
So when Pit Stop messaged me, I was like, take me. Come get me. Come get me, baby.
Yeah, it's like the equivalent of like Noah's Ark in 2023. Just like two of each animal. You're like, what the fuck? Why? I've never seen this before. You're like, what is a Stephen Chalk? Like, Kev, why has your girlfriend got her feet out again? Put them away.
We did used to get looked after though, or I used to get looked after.
Yeah, you're probably like the only sound one on the team. Like, I'm not saying those aren't sound. I actually think Kev's alright and stuff. But like, you're probably the only one that people thought, oh, at least up. Let me use Mitch's code. You know? Oh, crazy.
Reese, how like so? I used to be sponsored by CMP, and like even then on the shoot days, like they were always pretty sound. To be fair, like the people that I met on those shoots were like always decent. I remember like the first one I did was with Elliot Robinson, and I was like, oh, he's actually a sound guy, like, and it was quite good. And then obviously Conte, like, generally was sound, the people that we did the shoots with.
Yeah.
What was it like now, like the Conte ones? Pit stop, obviously we haven't done like a shoot
Yeah,
with.
so to be fair, I was with CSN Organised before. That
Yeah.
were like Welsh dudes, and like that was alright. Like we did a Fitex thing like 2022, and that was sound. Like they were just like the classic, like they kind of looked like the Cardiff sort of guys. Obviously, it's Cardiff Sports Nutrition, so they just knew all the gossip in the area, which I had no idea. Because I like barely getting there. But that was alright. And the team actually made sense because it was all like I was like the only person who wasn't Welsh. So it was like kind of made like it didn't make sense for me probably, but it made sense for everyone else. So it felt like actually a bit of a family. But then Conte, I mean, when I joined Conte, it was like sound. I feel like they were a bit more selective, and then they went through like that 2020 kind of, to be fair, similar to Elite Subs or whatever. Where like I remember, funnily enough, I had a call with Jack and Pete. I hope they were fine, but they were sound. But they said like, what do you think we should change or anything, any feedback? And usually I'm just like, yeah, sound. And I was like, stop taking on gimps. Like, and I said that straight up, like word for word. I was like, the last like year, you've gone so far away from like who you were bringing on before, and like what you said to me hasn't really been like fulfilled from a athlete standpoint. I was like, I get completely that you want to like get guys that you can coaches or influencers, but like it has to make sense, you know. And I think they've definitely they've separated themselves a bit now towards like the athletes and like the affiliates and stuff like that, because they're not really even involved with shit. So like the people that do the shoots are usually like, now it's like me, Joe Gann, Ryan Brambleby, he's been like an OG, obviously Myra Max and stuff like that. So it's a bit more like that's like your base. But yeah, like to be fair, never really had any bad experiences like in regards to like the not you and the sound. They're just like Jack and Pete are all good.
It was, yeah, like it was sound when I was with them. We did like, I think I did 1 or 2 shoots, and it was sound. To be fair, everyone keeps himself to himself. Like I feel like with pit stop, it's the same kind of thing. Obviously, we don't really do like shoots, but like they just let you do your thing. Like they don't really like enforce too much on you. Like obviously, the thing is as well with pit stop, like the better that you do, the more you get from it. So it's like that's the incentive ultimately. And also, you just want to do well for Neil and Suzanne. They're just nice people.
Yeah, I think it's one of those like you're gonna get sponsors, and like at the end of the day, you want the best for both of you, and you don't want to take piss. But like, I definitely think like there are a lot of like not shady things I've heard, but like Josh, you probably have heard of the shit when it comes to like weird agreements, fucking shoots being dodgy or just like, not being that professional and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know. Like there's a fine line, but I'd say like to be fair, the 3 that we're or the 2 that we're with, Josh, yeah, you're with Pitstop now, aren't you? You said that.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I feel like if you were to be up and coming within the fitness industry, and you were like, I want sponsorship with someone who's relatively sound in the UK, like Neil, Pitstop, Jack and Pete, Conte, like they're probably like the most sound civilized ones, I'd probably say.
I think there's a fair few like.
No, the HR Labs guys when they came to the gym.
Yeah. HR Labs seem
Liam at
pretty
HR
good.
Labs is great. He looks after his athletes very, like a lot, like more than you'd expect. Fucking pays for their shows and shit.
That's it. Yeah.
If you could be sponsored by one supplement brand that's not the one that you're sponsored by, who would it be?
What, one brand or like
One,
can you have a
one
retail?
brand, one standalone brand. So like HR Labs, Strom,
HR Labs.
Engineered.
It wouldn't be any of the UK ones. I'd say like go to an American brand, but it'd be hard.
But like?
to use. Like potentially like HD, like something like that, like Revive. I know that's quite cool. I feel like people would say hostile, but the supplements are like very average. You know, like it would be cool to be a hostile athlete, but like you're telling me I have to fucking use their subs. Like they
This
don't like
is-
that sledge. You know, like Steph Rosie's cool dude, but like I don't want to be having the beef fucking fed protein, bro. Like just give me a whey, bro. Come on, like fuck that.
I would probably say based on like what the vast sort of, if I'm not having to pay for anything, ESN.
Really?
They have everything.
But I don't think the good stuff is good. Like,
No, I agree it's not amazing, but rice pudding's good, the whey's decent, creatine, etc., vitamins, etc. is all sound.
all the vitamins are very underdosed. I think the stuff is like very, very like efficiently made. And I've looked on the website when I've ordered like rice pudding from them, just to think like, oh, it's 50 quid if I get free shipping, whatever. And I'm like, there is nothing here that looks good. Like, yeah, it's not. And also, it's not a bodybuilding brand. Like, they've got a lot of bodybuilders in the team, but like the supplements are very much lifestyle. It's like Holland and Barrett if they did like rice pudding and just a whey protein. That's what it feels like when you go on the website, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. It's not like heavily based towards bodybuilders, but I do think if I was to look at one brand where the quality is decent, so I'm thinking of like one brand, Perform, for example.
Yeah.
Like they do everything right, but I wouldn't go to Perform as much as the whey tastes nice. Like the quality of it, the cream of rice I've heard is not good. I've not tried it, but like you know what I mean. So I feel like from that standpoint, I use rice pudding. So I would save money on that. Otherwise, I don't really use anything else from ESN. Maybe Strom, but again, Strom don't do like a rice pudding.
That's who I'd go for.
Yeah.
What about
Anything that
Insight?
does everything perfectly.
That's for Insight, just to brought back in the day. Insight sucks.
Yeah, but Insight's a retailer.
Yeah, essentially.
We're saying like one specific brand.
Yeah. What about
Strom
to replace Rich Piano after a 7 or 10 year hiatus? Reese Fit to come in instead of Rich Piano. That'd be fantastic.
Mate, it'd be the exact same end product.
Literally. He got to like 47. I'd love that. 20 years.
That's quite a long time.
I would snap your hand off. 20 years extra. Fucking hell, I don't even think I'll get 10.
To be fair, this is actually a good question, Reese. Like, at what point would you? So, for example, like if you could be told, and I guess Josh, you'd be the same. Like, we can all answer this. If you were to like be told you're going to die on this day, like this is when you're going to die, you're going to be this age or whatever, like at what, how much gear would you realistically, Josh, maybe not the same for us,
Josh,
but like how much would you, at what age would you accept the amount of gear that you could take? So for example, if you were to be told you're going to die at 52 but you're going to win XYZ, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, would you be happy with that? What age is it that's the cut-off?
I think it depends on where you're at. Like realistically, everyone's wanting to live a bit more, but then also you've got to remember like what's your quality of life like, and also at the same time, in 100 years, this podcast and everyone listening to it is going to be dead. We're going to be in an eternal sleep, which is sorry, Josh, and sorry, Finn.
We aren't,
yeah,
mate.
I know you said you're natural, but like you must have took like one, and also one person knows you took gear, Josh. Don't try and lie.
Yeah, Josh, you're not.
Don't try and lie. He's gonna say it later before his time goes. He's gonna fucking come out and say it. He's gonna come out. No one knows who that is. Nobody knows who that is.
Probably.
Yeah,
That is such a good inside joke.
Yeah, we're all gonna die, so it doesn't matter. No, so I think it depends really. It also depends on how things are. Like, I'm not just gonna take gear just to take gear and just fucking YOLO it and just go, oh yeah, sound. I'm gonna push this hard and do this and do that. Realistically, I will go until I'm not enjoying bodybuilding anymore to the same extent. And if you said to me, I die at 50, but I win 2 Olympias, would I take that? No, because I know I'm not going to win any Olympias. I think I'll
Yeah, so that's what I'm getting at. Is where is that?
I think personally, my absolute peak will be winning a pro show and finishing like 14th at the Olympia, which I think is quite cool, and I think that's genuinely doable. Like, I don't think I'll ever be like a top 6 to 8 guy, but I don't view bodybuilding in like a do or die. You know, like you get like Olympic level athletes, you know, like get a gold medal, but you'll be dead within the next amount of years. Like, the answer within seconds. If you said to me I win a pro show, I would literally view it and go, sick, cool. How much does it pay? Okay, sound. That's like I've made this much. I wouldn't view it as like my life is, you know, like Olympian and I've made it to the pinnacle, because I'm not going to be the best. And realistically, like I just do this because I fucking enjoy it. And also as well, I think it's one of those where, you know, when like back in like let's say 2, 3, 4 years ago, like when I was like putting my numbers out there on like gym lifts and it was like ego lifting, I'm not really actually, I'm just stronger than most people. People view that and think because I've made more progress, I must be like blasting gear through fucking everything. And it's like, I'm actually taking less gear in the last year and a half than I did in the year and a half before. So it's like, relatively, again, what I'm doing is not safe, but there's a standard where it's like, I'm not doing more, I'm just responding better than most people because I'm genetically pretty okay and I don't miss a beat. So it's like, that doesn't mean I'm going to die anytime soon. I'd argue I'll be done before most people who have pushed for 10, 15 years and then they probably don't get to where I get to. So yeah.
So, let's say, if you were to, let's say, be natty and live to 80, or obviously be enhanced and live to 65, would you be happy with that? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like,
yeah, I'd say 65. I think if it was 70, I'd say yeah, 65's a bit young. Like Loretta died before my grandma died, like 67. And she was natural. So I felt like oh, good 50. But yeah, I don't know. I think 65 is pretty young because you imagine what lasts another like 35 years. You have what, like, to be fair, you might see your kids like have kids. So, yeah, but again, it's so hard to quantify. And also, you say this, it's like one of those sort of things where, again, like let's say after a big injury, you realise you're not invincible. Like again, I could wake up tomorrow and I've got a message that says Finn's, I don't know, crashed his car.
like, obviously, this is completely hypothetical.
Yeah.
It's not to do with.
But I mean that in the way of like, all I know is when all is said and done, and you don't have to be enhanced to do this, but have I lived my life the maximum? Yes. And in my 27 years, and I'd argue the last 6 or 7 of them being an adult, have I like done a hell of a lot? And would I be very content if someone said you're dying tomorrow? I'd go, I'd want more years. Yeah, I'd be like, that's a shame. I'd like a bit more, but I've had a fucking sick life, and my life is, I'm very privileged, and I love doing what I do. So until that changes, and bodybuilding isn't a driving factor of that, I'll keep going. But that's not to say I'm going to be doing what I'm doing in 10 years. Like, I think I've got a few more years, see where things are, and then when I stop progressing in regards to, like, let's say, again, nothing personal, someone like Cuba, probably not going to win a pro show, genetically really, really good, put on loads of muscle, but like he finishes, Josh, stop laughing, he finishes like, let's say, at his best, 6th or 7th in a pro show, and like 13th and 14th, and I think at my age, he was an IFBB pro. So if I'm getting to a point where my max is like 12th place to 8th place pro show, I'm done. I'm not going to carry on. Like, I do 1 or 2 pro years and go, this level is not enough for, like, I'm not at this level. Let me leave it.
I think that's easier said than done, though. I agree in why you're saying that, but you love it. You know what I mean? Like, you enjoy it, like, and you like competing and stuff.
You can do everything as a bodybuilder, do it way safer than competitive bodybuilding. You know, like you're telling me. So, for example, TRT is 200-300 milligrams a year. You could easily run 500 milligrams total yearly. Probably take off some health markers, like, and worsen them, but not to the extent of a prep or a big off season, and still make awesome gym progress. And yeah, I might not look as full, or I might not make as much progress, but you could progress indefinitely on that. You know, so it's like, I almost think again, it's like, it's one of those sort of things where you see people go like, yeah, competitive bodybuilding, there's a big difference between competitive bodybuilding and still bodybuilding, you know, when it comes to health enhancement. So.
Cool.
Josh, any thoughts on that?
No.
We didn't get a definitive answer still.
Yeah.
Well, I said 70.
70-ish.
The thing you've got to also remember is, like, we all choose to spend our time in the gym regardless of being enhanced or natural. So, like, you know, like when we die, you know, if you like have I've thought this before, and I think it's quite a cool conception. You know, like on the end of a video game, you've got your like game played stats. You know, if you had like hours spent in the gym, I'm like, let's be honest, the amount of hours we spent in the gym, Jesus Christ, like, obviously it's what you do business-wise, but you'd be like, oh my God, I've spent, let's say if you get to 80, you've spent like 21 years of your life in a gym. Like, you spent a quarter of your life just literally with your headphones on, pushing weight from point A to point B. You know, but if that makes you happy, then sick. Some people spend 21 years of their life probably just watching, like, let's say, TV and not doing anything, staying in till midday, oversleeping. You know? So, yeah. I just look at it and think, we're on this planet once, do what makes you happy in the moment, and if you don't enjoy what you do, change what you do, because you're going to be dead one day, guys. So, yeah.
I completely agree.
Yeah. But I think not many people think of that. Like, I think, like, in a weird way, and like Finn, I know I like joke about you being like scared of death. Like, no one, I said this to Josh actually, no one loves the idea of death. But I think death is actually a very weird but quite like empowering concept. When
Very interesting. Like,
yeah, it is. Like,
I realistically, if I was to go to therapy, I think a big chunk of it would be like confronting the fact that I'm gonna die. Like, obviously I know I'm gonna die, and I'm not like death with like within family members and things like that. Completely sound like I'm not, that's normalised, like it's happened.
Mum, see you later.
No, but you know what I mean. Like, it is like I've dealt with like grandparents dying, and I saw my granddad die. It's like that's normal to me. Like, not normal in the sense of like, oh, I don't give a fuck, but like it's understandable. But when I think of me dying, I don't think of it in terms of how I'm going to die or anything like that. I just think one day there is nothing.
Yeah.
And that terrifies me. It does.
Really?
Yeah, mate, it scares me shitless. If I actually think about it, the concept of it terrifies me.
But like, say that sentence again. One day there is nothing. Like, imagine waking up on a Sunday morning and there be nothing in your diary.
No.
It can be peaceful. All right. You don't wake up, right? So that feeling of sleep, or like nothing, the feeling of nothingness. Do you not think that that's comforting? Like, no matter what happens, the ending is the same.
No, that scares me.
Really?
What scares me is just thinking like one day I won't be here. I won't have a consciousness.
But I almost think, like, let's be honest, we're probably all very much on the line for, let's say, there's no afterlife. But if there is a case where energy stays present, and there is some element where whatever religious belief you believe in, or whatever thought you have, if that's the case, then sick, cool, that's quite exciting. But if there's not, then you're not going to be around to know. And I'd almost look at it and think, when it's very easy to, at a young age, to be fearful of death, of course. But if you're telling me you live life, and let's be honest, the first 10 years of your life, you're not really like present, you don't think about death. But we've all had the last 12 to 15 years, probably, where we're somewhat conscious of our actions, of our decisions. And maybe in the last 5 to 6, we thought, like, whenever I turn a new age, I'm like, fuck, I'm getting old, I'm going to die soon. Especially considering I'm not going to make it to 40 apparently until I'm these guys. But, like, I would just view it and think, like, realistically, again, like, when you're 60, 70, 80, you've probably lived such a life, you've seen your family grow up, you probably are like, my time's done, like, this isn't the world that I kind of knew. And you can
I think I will feel like...
As long as you... Yeah.
This is such a fucking morbid podcast. Is this going to be like this every week?
Because you had a funeral.
Fuck me. You know what, the funeral were more fun than this. Christ.
I would like to think when I get to, hopefully, 70 or 80, I will be at a point where I'm like, oh, I've had a great life, I'm really happy, like, I'm happy to die any time now. You know what I mean? But I also don't think that's the case. I think you'd still want to cling on and, like, because you might at that point have grandkids, and then you've always got something to live for, you know what I mean? Even if you're fucked. Like, completely fucked.
Finn, let's ask, if you, when you are going to die, if you could choose your death, so instead of me being asked, like, let's say, for example, when am I going to die? Because it's going to be a high blood pressure, heart attack, or something, or stroke. But for you, Finn, you get to choose your death at, let's say, any age that's applicable. Where would you like to die? How would you like to die? And when would you like to die?
I'd like to spontaneously combust.
Okay.
At my daughter's wedding, walking her down the aisle, just turn into flames.
And
Get
that
this
is
the centre of
ruin
attention.
the entire wedding. The rest of the time, your daughter's going to be like, my dad's just exploded.
My dad literally just blew up while she was walking down the aisle.
Why is everyone drinking? Like, why? And they're like, you've got 25 grand to pay for this wedding. You're like, my dad's just exploded. He was paying for all of it because he's got nose strip sponsorships. Where's my nose strips going to be?
He's rich from Maze. No, I don't know. That was obviously a joke, but I think it would be cool to spontaneously combust, just blow up out of nowhere.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What is this podcast?
Yeah, sorry, John.
Finn, you're cancelled. Finn, you are cancelled.
Yeah.
Questions?
Right, yeah, let's get into questions.
Yeah,
yours ready.
questions. Jesus.
That was like the weirdest half hour ever. Like, that is like the weirdest half hour of the podcast we've ever done in our entire lives. Right, so, I'm going to be honest. I absolutely hate, like, most of my followers. Josh, like, no, I do. Like, all of these questions are literally about fucking PDs and peptides. It's like, it's a podcast with two natties.
That's your own fault. That's literally all your content is.
I know, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Mate, you've posted a reel today. I couldn't even watch it. I had no idea what you're on about. I thought you were talking about Star Wars droids or something.
Yeah, it makes sense, bro. It makes sense. So, if you all had a cockfight, I read it as, if you all had a cock, and I was like, what? Because it was, the fight was on the lower line, so it was, if you all had a cock, I hope, Finn, Josh, you've got penises?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who wins?
Call it that.
Can we just get some rules down? Is it flaccid? Because is it a race to get erect? Is that because you win but you also lose because you're like gay? Or is it where like you just end up like going, oh bro, my penis hurts, stop slapping it? Like how do we get to the end? Like what's the end?
What is this question?
If you all had a cockfight, who wins? do you have to get hard and then the last person to stay hard? Like, what is this? Is it first to get? How do you have a cockfight, boys? Who do you win?
Is it first to splooge?
Yeah,
Let's Google it.
What is a cockfight?
I don't know what a cockfight is. I need to have
They say it in Anchorman. They're like, you got to keep your head on a swivel when you find yourself in a vicious cockfight.
Okay, fair enough.
Google what is a cockfight.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! Cockfighting is a blood sport involving domesticated roosters as combatants.
No. You have to make sure to put penis. Like,
All
where's
right.
a cockfight in brackets? Penis. Ask
Penis.
ChatGPT. Finn, you paid 20 quid. They're not going to like cancel you. Like, if I did that, they ban my IP. They won't let me ask questions for the rest of my life.
Josh is on it.
Oh Jesus! Oh! This is interesting. A cockfight, in a non-literal sense, refers to a situation where two men compete for the affection of the same woman, often escalating into hostility or conflict.
So, is a girl
Who's going to pull first?
No, he's like a girl.
Who's got
lying
the best game, bro?
Yeah. No, okay. I thought like a girl was lying there and it's like first one to get into her. You know, like, fuck off, bro. That's mine. Like, that's what I was thinking. You know, it's like a 1v1 fight not to the death, to the vagina.
This just sounds like a pulling competition, and I think it'd just be a dead heat. Would all do terribly.
Yeah, I don't know actually. I think I'm washed, but you boys actually like Finn. You're not single now, and Josh, I'm not going to say anything because I might be in trouble. But I would like to see you two go like 1v1. Like if you both were single, who I think's got more game. You know,
it wouldn't be 1v1. We'd do it. We'd be duos.
Yeah.
We'd be hot dropping together.
Bears? No.
I've only ever once been out when I was single.
Did you
I'm
pull?
pretty sure. I'm going to say yes and no.
100% record, bro. Leave it.
Yeah.
Don't try.
But the thing is, it was so weird. Like, because I'd never been out to like and actually like looked at girls. You know what I mean? Like when I was younger, like when I was like maybe 18, I had a girlfriend when I'd go out, and then obviously I was with Shannon for fucking years. So like I never ever went out. You know what I mean? And like
Was Shannon your first girlfriend?
No, mate. I had like girlfriends before that. It's like reasons.
I guess.
Question for you. How of your like, let's say, adult life, how much have you actually been single for? Like 6 months?
Me?
Yeah.
No, probably. What are you saying? Adult life, like what?
Let's say 16 onwards. When you get a first girlfriend, where like you do a bit more than kids.
Probably a good like 3 years.
Okay.
But all of it added together, 3 years.
Yeah, probably. But like I just didn't go out. Like I was just focused on like training and everything. You know what I mean? Like I never was bothered about going out, even when I was single.
Yeah, I get that. Josh, what about you? Like,
I think it'd be a bit longer. Probably 4 or 5 in the last 10 years. No, maybe 3.
okay. Yeah. I think we're kind of all similar then. I'm probably similar to that. But
When you've been in a long one,
yeah, but I was like before then. I'd spoke to girls, but I was just like, as you said, Finn. Like I never, out of all my mates growing up, they all had girlfriends like quite a long time before me, and like I could have had. Yeah, I was gay recently. It was gay recently. I took my first shot of testosterone. I was like, oh my god, I actually like girls. What the fuck? This is what having like no test feels like. It's like how Finn's felt since fucking Brett finished. So yeah, makes sense. So anyway, cockfight. Who wins?
None of
I'm
us.
going to be honest. If it is a fight to the death, like androgens obviously do enhance like erection quality. So I'm going to put myself forward, and I'd say Josh probably has a little bit higher test than you, Finn. Like especially because you're dancing. So, and also he gets in scraps constantly. Actually, to be fair, going to a pub and getting in scraps on a weekly basis, that's going to increase testosterone like way more than.
Boys, last weekend I got started on.
Josh, you get in fights all the time, mate.
Mate, right, so I got spiked at football, yeah, fair enough. Last weekend, one of my mates was chatting with a female, and a guy came over and, like, just stood next to him and was, like, staring at him. So I went over, I was like, are you all right, mate? Full on started on me. Right?
Said, you're all right, mate. That's like you're all right, mate.
You're all right, mate.
That's you. You started on him.
Yeah, you started on him.
All right, I started on him.
He's on the podcast being like, this guy started on me the other week. I was just like, what the fuck are you saying, bro?
So, right.
That could be misinterpreted. You walk up to someone that you don't know and just go, you're right, mate. Like,
I'd be like, fucking hell, are you alright?
Yeah. Mate, I'm sound. What's your
I'm
problem?
fine. What do you want, you prick?
Yeah.
It turns out you were a bloody footballer.
A proper
So are you.
one. Yeah, a proper one, not a Sunday league specialist like yourself.
Not like me, like a proper one.
Who was it?
He plays for Chesterfield. Have you seen a video of a guy going viral,
Oh, that is it.
getting sent off without being on the pitch the other day?
No.
There'll be a few listeners going, "Oh yeah, I've seen that."
Because he's aggressive. He wants to fight everybody.
Mate, he's Irish, from Belfast.
Makes sense.
There you go.
Yeah. We smoothed things over and he bought me a kebab, so we're all good.
You should, mate, I'm so sorry, mate. I'm so sorry, mate. I look up to you. Like, come on, give me some tips. Can I come for training? Please, please, please. I'll buy tickets. I'll come to you again.
What boots do you wear? I've got Preds.
Sound. Right.
Yeah, man.
Then, how many have you got, mate? Because I've got a fair few, to be fair, but most of them aren't, like,
I've
actually.
got quite a few, but I'll just go through like good ones.
Okay.
This is a good one. Would you rather have a permanent boner or a permanent blocked nose?
Oh, permanent boner. Like,
Permanent boner.
Assert dominance
I'd
everywhere.
love a permanent boner. Imagine just walking around the gym like, yeah, get over it.
Yeah, but I literally can't help it.
No one would notice.
Finn, you know
It'd
the
just
scene
be like normal life.
Finn, you know the scene in Anchorman where she's like,
Yeah,
"What's that?"
Mr. Brody, you have a massive erection. He's like, really? It's the police.
Just act surprised. Like you would just be like, "What? What the
What do
fuck?"
you mean?
Right. After how many clients did you start charging for start charging for coaching and stop taking clients on for free? Good question, that. Because I think nowadays a lot of people actually don't do this because they immediately are like, need to make money, need to fucking start like, getting on the road to a 10k month and impress my business mentor.
I wouldn't even say there's a point where like I want right, I've got X amount of clients I'm going to charge now. Like when I helped people for free, I didn't even count those as clients. You know what I mean? I didn't think I've got a client. It was just I was just helping people because I enjoyed it. I didn't think this is what, like you say, that's what's completely lost now. Like everybody gets into coaching now because they want to be a coach.
Sure.
We got into coaching because we loved it. I didn't even think I would ever be a coach. I didn't think that even when I was writing people PDF plans, I didn't think I was coaching. Because online coaching wasn't even really a thing then. It was just I'm helping people that are asking for help, which is sick. People don't do that now. No. People are so focused on actually becoming a coach and posting consistently to get clients, paying clients, instead of just like helping out their mates, helping out their work colleagues. That's all we did. I'm sure, Josh, you were probably the same. That's all we did when we first started. And then you get to a point where it's like, oh, actually, people are really trusting in me now and I'm getting some good results. And now I'm getting people to actually inquire and say they want coaching. Yeah. I'm going to charge once I've like done my PT course and stuff as well.
Josh?
I do have a different perspective on this. So when I first started PTing, I was like, right, I'm going to coach my friends. I'll do a few free sessions, whatever. And I found that the people that I was helping for free almost like took the piss a little bit. Like they didn't put the effort in. They didn't get results. And ultimately it was like a lot of effort from my end and then didn't have anything to kind of like propel the business or propel my whatever forward. So I used to charge like literally like £25 a month to my mates and they'd pay it £25 a month. That's not a lot of money for a lot of people. And the results were so much better because there was that exchange of cash.
Yeah. It makes it more of like a professional, like,
yeah,
pay, I get service and stuff like that. Yeah. So, like, what was that like? So, let's say, Josh, when you went past that, what was your, like, I don't know, what's the first point where you were like, okay, I'm going to charge a bit more? What was your starting price point? Because this is something I see so many people, like, I'll have guys be like, oh, I'm starting charging because this guy told me 150 quid. And it's like, bro, that's why you have no clients because no one's paying 150 quid for you. Like, your service is not that good. You're not that knowledgeable.
Yeah. So when I first
experience in it and the results that you're paying for.
Yeah. When I first started again, I PT'd for ages. And basically I had a spreadsheet on my laptop and it would be, or like an Excel spreadsheet, and it was like blocks of 5, right? And it'd go up 25, 50, 75, 100, right? So what's that in total? 20 people? And basically whenever I filled a block, then I would charge the next amount because my time was, more limited. And you become more in demand, you can kind of warrant charging more. And I found that quite like a good way of building it up. And, I never felt like I was ripping anyone off. I thought that everyone were getting a good service. It's just the people that came in earlier were getting rewarded for, buying in early. And then it had that like scalability or like, you know, some kind of incentive for me to try and build up clients. But obviously not, I don't do that anymore, but definitely starting out, like that's something that I found very valuable.
You know, if you had like a client drop off, would you go back to the previous price point?
No.
Okay, no, so let's say, for example, you had 11, or let's say 10, and it was like, okay, the next one is in the higher echelon, and then you had 2 leave, would you still charge the higher echelon?
I'd still go for the higher tier.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like more so a case of how many people are in the door that's moving you forward. Because
Yeah.
especially when you do start, like the hardest part, I always say to like, let's say the boys at work and to me when like building themselves up and stuff. And again, like even people that ask questions, like the hardest part is getting 20 consistent clients a month. When you have that base, I'm not saying you've made it, but like you can't really fuck it because it's like if you get good progress with them, that word of mouth is already going to get you the next 10. And then as a result, as long as you're on it with socials, if you got to 20, you'll be able to get to 30 and then 40, and then you can go, right, what's my limit? But I think, again, it's like the first 20 clients that, as you said, to be fair, Josh, I get completely the whole free lacking quality-wise and, like, lacking input. So, yeah, I was saying I had Jacob, and I said to him, like, similar to, like, maybe just charge, like, a setup fee initially. Because when he was doing it on his own, I spoke to him and said, you can potentially join the team once you've got yourself a bit of a base, but I want you to see you do it before. And I think I said to him, just charge like a little bit initially, then don't charge anything. But at least they've paid something, they'll probably want to stick to it. Because people get something for free, and I don't know what it is. It's just like you don't value it to the same extent. But additionally, I would say if you are starting out, please still try and coach like your friends, your family. Get like, if there's a dude in the gym that you're like, bro, you could look so much better, and he spots you on a few things, just say, yeah, bro, can I write you up a training plan? Or anything. Like, would you try a training plan for a few weeks and just see what you get on with? And then that'll give you some story content, some feedback. And I feel like, again, as you said, Finn, it's kind of building that rapport in the area and then the people around you, where they'll go, oh, this is Reese, he's done this for me, or this is Finn, he helped this guy. And it kind of, again, it goes from there, if you're at all good at it, which it's just a case of being consistent. So, yeah.
Cool. Question specifically for Reese. If you could pick 5 pieces of kit to use for the rest of your life.
Oh my God.
And he just, no, I was just joking.
Yeah.
Shows you are all looking forward to the most this year and why?
Arnold's at higher, can't wait. Ooh, gonna go, yeah. What about you boys? WNBF Supernaturals? Oh my God, World Championships WNBF. Babacar's going again for the world title, can't wait.
Disrespect of this guy, honestly.
Yeah,
Babacar is very good.
Probably would, to be fair, he's a freak, isn't he?
Yeah. I'm tempted to go and watch Eagles.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. What, FIBO?
Yeah. FIBO, New York.
Is there like the list out for FIBO yet or not? I don't think it will be, but like who's going to be up against? Is there any like big names in it?
I'm hoping I'll be at FIBO.
Yeah.
Competing.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. What with TVO or whatever they're called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Competing with Taveo, yeah.
Nice. The Taveo Classic.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the MBW because I'm in love with AJ Morris.
Aren't we all? Yeah. Aren't we all?
True.
Yeah. The MBW, when's I think that's the week, is it? The week before? The MBW, that's not the... What is that? Is that the British Finals for UKDFBA this year, or is it changed?
Yeah, MBW is the international, international championships kind of thing. The UKDFBA British Championships is the 12th of September. MBW is the 17th of October.
My favourite story that I put up last year was when I competed, I think I said this on a previous podcast, I competed at PCA Hull, and I put a story up of the PCA trophy after I'd been on stage, and I was like, guys, I'm so sorry to let anyone down. I've had so many thank you messages, but unfortunately I did not do the MBW Classic today. It was actually UK and FBA. Because like I just put a photo up of me like with a tan on, and I had like 5 people message me being like, MBW, here we go, let's get it, like as a joke. And then like I was like so sorry to let everyone down. I had to do PCA instead. I couldn't do the MBW. But yeah, it's a shame I wasn't there.
You didn't go, did you, Reese?
No, it was class. Yeah,
I was it was good, Josh.
Yeah.
Like, it was good, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the stage, and also as well, if I'm honest, and this is like sounds crazy, I'm actually excited to see like natural bodybuilding in regards to multiple PCA shows, naturals, and then as well like obviously Christian taking over UKDFBA, like it sounds a lot more modernised, which after Lee being involved, it's like it was needed, you know. Well, let's be honest, like it was needed. So yeah, It'll be good to see how like UK FBA shapes up over these coming years. Because, in my opinion, if it was staying how it was, it would have become a bit of a second or third tier sort of like federation in the UK for even natural bodybuilding, which is not how it shouldn't be. UK FBA should be like up there with the best.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good this year. I'm looking forward to it. PCA, the first natural show's 18th of April. That's the FIBO weekend.
Have you got anyone doing it?
No, I've not got anyone in Naturals 1. I've got people in 2 and 3, probably 4. Yeah.
The fourth is the finals.
People
there's 5 this year. There's 5 in the finals.
5. Yeah. 4's July 26th. I've got all the show dates in front of me.
I'm going to say you're very good at remembering. Is the Irish Naturals as well?
Yeah.
Are you going to have like 40,000 Irish competitors?
Irish Naturals is the 26th of April. The Irish Naturals 1. I think they've got an Irish Naturals 2, 20th of September.
Finn, go back to Naturals 1. You mentioned you were like, I'm not too, like, I'd like to be at FIBO. Any chance of PCA Naturals? Is that why you said that?
No, but that's 8 weeks away.
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
His legs are 19 weeks out, bro.
Yeah, they were 20 last week when Josh saw them in. Now they're 19.
Yeah, 19 weeks out, and then by the time they're in, the upper body will be eroded. So it'll be great to see.
I won't compete, so perfect.
No, perfect, mate, exactly.
It's honestly, it's giving men's physique so strong.
Yeah. Finn, men's physique, just do PCA. Do PCA Naturals 1 at men's physique. Why not? Like, this is your last rodeo, like, potentially. Just enjoy it, man. Go for it. Why not?
I did men's physique last time. I didn't enjoy it.
But that was a FitTech show. And I also think as well, I think a PCA show would just be fun, and you're not going to be as fucked, surely.
I'm not good in men's physique.
I get that. But I don't think you're awful. And I think, like, considering, like, how easy it is for you to get your upper body lean, I almost think to myself, like, you've got good delts, you've got good arms, you're not ugly, so you're an alright looking lad. You've got a nose, you've got a red line on your nose though, so I'll take it back. So, like, usually if you didn't have your nose strip on Fin10, you'd be a bit better looking. And like you've got a decentish midsection. Oh, great! You've got a decentish midsection. It's not like your midsection's awful. Like your abs are a bit unsymmetrical, but like you've got prominent abs. It's like
Abs are good.
Josh, to be honest, if Finn had a little bit more lower lat and a bit more width from the front and from the back, men's physique I don't really see, like, again, huge limitations. You're not perfect for men's physique, but I'd argue you're like 2 to 3 body parts away from being like, mate, you're probably gonna like do very well at most PCA natural shows. You know,
I think you got quite a big waist.
I wouldn't say Finn's got a massive waist. It's just not like doesn't taper.
Yeah. It's quite boxy. Yeah.
That's why I mean a bit more lower lat, and especially from the back, it would make things look, in my opinion, like quite MP. Which I know you've been trying to grow your lower lats for the last like 10 years. So it's okay.
No, it's not. It's not I don't even think it is like your lower lats. It's where my lats insert, and also my left lat is fucked. So like my left lat is smaller than my right from an injury.
Yeah.
But like. I also think, like, don't get me wrong, men's physique, I think it's, like, I'm not saying that I don't think it's cool, but, like, I just think it's easy. Like, I'm not saying that, like...
Oh, gosh, easy.
No, I don't mean I'm saying it's easy in that I'd win things. It's easier. Like, for me to do a men's physique prep, I honestly don't think it would be hard for me, because my lower body is so much fatter than my upper body.
There's so many people driving, smashing their cars up right now.
Yeah.
Josh, you agree though, right? When you saw me
People
pose,
going straight central reservation, bosh.
When you saw me pose, you were like, "Oh shit, yeah!" Like your upper body is so much leaner than your lower body. Like I could realistically be in shape for men's physique and it not be that hard because my legs would be pretty fat. Like I'm probably like
I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Like if you were to look at Josh's condition, your upper body's still a good way away from that now.
Yeah, but mate, I'm probably for bodybuilding, I'd say I'm a good 6 to 9 kilos off. For men's physique, I'm probably 3 to 5.
Yeah. I'd say so. Yeah, that's probably quite accurate.
Which is the difference between my upper body maybe looking fucking shit or still being good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
still,
I also
still being good?
Still being good, yeah.
Okay.
I just don't think I'm that arsed about men's physique. Like, I've also like done it. I do just think it might be disrespectful, but I do just feel a bit gay doing it.
Oh my God. Finn,
Bro.
You can't say that. All the men's physique guys. Finn
Honestly.
is gay. Right, Josh, coaching
Shimmy's just left. Shimmy's just left you.
I'm looking for any natural physique, men's physique athletes, okay?
I am going to coach you for £25 a month.
I'll do it for £24 a month, okay? I'm in this business to hustle. Any of Finn's men's physique clients that are insulted by Finn's words, please sign up with you.
Well, they would all agree. I don't think they think that it's the most manly class.
Oh my god,
Bro.
Mate, in 2026, manly. How are you even saying man? What is masculine, bro?
Are you aware of?
Can you please give me, mate, the definition of masculine? Because we're clearly not synced up in the dictionary. Okay, can I please hear a definition of masculinity?
Have you seen people wearing thongs on stage?
I agree. Actually, yeah, you're correct.
It's not very. It's not very. Manly man. Yeah. What happened to gladiators? Hey, where are they?
Yeah.
And here we are getting oiled up, fake tan, right? Wearing a cock sock.
In the trenches on a stairmaster, you find
this is a legit question. Like, which is the gayest class? Yeah, like bodybuilding, classic physique, or men's physique.
I think when you start doing shit like this over your face, I'd argue maybe classic.
I would argue maybe classic.
I'm thinking this is how gay I'm thinking. Okay, this is how gay my brain's got. I'm thinking about two of each like class having sex. Two classic physique guys having sex. That is so gay. That's way gay. Two open bodybuilders. It'd be like two baboons just like pounding each other. You'd be like, fair, this is actually quite impressive. Like Samson Dowder and
what is this?
Samson Dowder, Harry Chupan. I'd want to see what happens at the end because what the fuck? Like, that'd be quite cool. Ryan Terry and Brandon Hendrickson. You're like, they're pretty, they're attractive. You can kind of squint and go, Ryan Terry's good looking. You're telling me two classic dudes that are like not that big, in between, doing shit like this and doing it to, I don't know, like a Interstellar soundtrack. That's gay as shit. Fuck that.
Oh my god!
I would say I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
I have no opinion because
you might get cancelled.
I might get cancelled.
Or Josh might say. We don't know.
I don't know any openly gay men's physique competitors.
I don't know. Are there any openly gay bodybuilders? This is a legit question. Like, as in, like ones that you would know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I don't think I know any.
Yeah. And it's the same. Like we said this, didn't we, with footballers? Did we say this on the podcast, or we said it when we were in the gym?
Yeah, we said it person. Yeah.
But like, that is a legit
Yeah.
Something that should be brought up. Like, we're obviously joking about like being gay and doing men's physique or doing classic physique. We obviously are joking, guys. We don't give a fuck. I coach plenty of gay guys.
What classes do they do?
Yeah, this is like, I'm not racist. I've got black friends. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is also correct. Yeah, but no, like obviously we joke about, like, me and Reese joke about being gay all the time, but like it is obviously a joke. We're not gay. But no, like if anybody does take offence to this, we do apologise. But also, if anybody is gay within bodybuilding, reach out.
Yeah.
We'll get you on the pod.
Yeah. And we'll promise we won't say any gay jokes for the time you're on. Okay. No promise.
Many.
Yeah.
You're right, say many.
Right. So Megatron, aka Megaton, asked me, and he put afterwards, "Oh shit, I'm fucking stupid. Didn't read it from once you're in, my bad." But yeah, it's a question that like makes sense for the podcast. So Josh, obviously you know him. You put a story I think the other day. How do you think Neil Curry would have done in the Open if what happened didn't happen? So obviously, rest in peace, Neil Curry. Like, we'll actually be serious because this is like quite a serious point. Obviously, yeah, really sad. Neil Curry, for people that don't know, was a classic physique Olympian, wasn't he? He didn't get to the Olympia, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, did he? Okay, yeah, he did. Okay, fair enough. It was the next year, wasn't it? And like, for anyone that didn't know Neil trained at Ultra Flex Rotherham, looked ridiculous, was like stupidly big, and then had to like kill himself to get into the classic weight cap. But I shouldn't. Sorry, like that was bad. That was poor choice of words. He had to ruin him. No, Josh, like that was actually he did. He had to ruin himself to get into the. Josh, fuck off. He had to ruin himself to get into the classic weight cap. Again, apologies. That should actually have been better choice of words. I didn't think about it. And as a result, like, everybody was like, go to open, and then he did, but then unfortunately he did pass away and he took his own life, which is really sad thing. So obviously, Josh, you've seen him in person, like, yeah. He was fucking freak, wasn't he? Like, crazy physique.
Yeah, biggest, most shredded person that I've ever seen in the flesh.
Yeah.
How do I think he would have done? I think he just needed time to grow even more.
Yeah.
I can't think of someone that he's like comparable to.
He had like great shape, didn't he? So if it had been able to just continue to grow, he would have been. It's hard to say how good, but he would have been fucking good.
I also feel like you said continue, like he just actually he needed to grow because it's like, and also imagine how his body would have grown because he would have been in the back of his mind thinking, I can't really push this, I can't really eat this, and like I feel like he was on stage at like 220 or something. He was like peeled 260, like it was like he was like 260, like where it's like you should be 300 pounds, like, and you'd still be in okay shape.
How tall was he? 6 foot, just above.
No, I think
I thought it was
5'11", 6 foot.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit shorter. But yeah, Neil had like one of those sort of physiques that I don't think it even translated in like on photos as well.
No.
I remember seeing him and I was like he had veins on veins, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Like it was really cool.
He was like always peeled.
Yeah.
He was always peeled.
Because he couldn't push his body weight up that much because he needed to obviously meet his weight cap.
Yeah. So yeah, it's obviously a big shame. But I think like with time in the open, he would have been like, again, he would have been objectively small, but like his shape and also how he looked at his heaviest weight, like he would have been fucking really cool. It's obviously just a shame that like we never actually got to see it. But yeah, like, and also as well, I will say like anybody who's actually spoke to Neil, like at Rotherham, he was like, you would not have thought he was an Olympian. He was just like one of the bros. Like you come in, I remember like doing a dumbbell press, and he was like, "Fuck me, what?" Like I'm like 21, and he was like, "That's ridiculous." I'm like, "Thanks, Neil. Cheers, mate." he was just a nice dude. So yeah, like
one of my favourite interactions with him, I was like peak body weight, and obviously like as a natty, you never look crazily impressive unless you're like Keith it. And he literally came over one time and was like, "Oh, how many weeks out are you?" I was like, "Neil, mate, I'm fucking... this is the biggest that I've ever been, the fattest that I've ever been." Like, he's like, oh, sorry, mate. I thought that you were like, 10 weeks out. Like, no, you just have no idea what naturals look like. We're not very big.
Look, it's huge, bro. When's the show? you got carbon up for this weekend show, and you're like, bro, I'm fucking 25 weeks out. Yeah. Finn, any more for you?
Advice mitigating low sleep quantity despite time management 5 to 6 hours. Basically saying I don't think he's getting enough sleep. Time management 5 to 6 hours is average.
Can we just like give like the easiest answer? Just try and make sure to sleep more, bro. Like it's not really like no. Like, of course we could look at the smaller things, make sure sleep quality is good. But like those are things that we've said so many times. Like the black and white answer here is literally just get to bed earlier or wake up later. Try and be a bit more on it when it comes to you.
This is what I don't really understand the question, because it's like, despite time management, 5 to 6 hours is average. So are you like going to bed with a 9-hour window and then only getting 5 to 6 hours sleep, or are you only allowing a 5 to 6 hour window? You know what I mean? If you're in bed if you have a 9-hour window, which is what I'd almost recommend for most people, try and give yourself like a 9-hour window. You're not always going to hit that, but if you do get around that, you're going to get 7 to 8 hours sleep every night, let's say, which is good. But if you've got a 9-hour window and you're just like, you can't sleep and you're just laying awake, only getting 5 to 6 hours, then there is an issue there. Whether that be being on your phone too late, working too late, eating too late, whether that be, not being able to switch off, like it might be down to loads of different things, like just work stress, relationship stress, etc. So like try and get on top of all those things. Don't be fucking doom scrolling in bed. Use blue light blockers from Nays NPC 15. Use nose strips and mouth tape. Use an eye mask. Melatonin is a good one that I would actually recommend.
Mate, I hate melatonin.
How can you hate melatonin?
Mate, right. I always think with like sleep supplements, it should rock you off to sleep. That knocks people out. I don't feel like the sleep quality is good. It's just like, all right, I'm in a comatic state and now I'm awake.
How much are you
having? Okay, Josh, how much are you having?
Whenever I've had it in the past, it's been like 10 milligrams.
Yeah, no surprise.
Why? How many should you have?
Like, start off at like 2.5. Even that like is enough for most.
Yeah,
people.
But if the serving size, whenever I've had it, it's been when I've been in America, because that you can get it from anywhere.
This is from America. I got 2 tabs, 10 milligrams, and I do
10 milligrams per tablet.
10 milligram per one or per 2. Have a look.
Per one. Yeah, per one.
Sure.
Serving size 1 tablet. Yeah, because I was like, it's not much more expensive.
There's a lot of 10 milligrams per 2.
So a few things that I'd say about melatonin is usually take it a little bit earlier than you actually go to bed. Like, don't just take it and go to bed, because that's usually what will fuck you up. When you take melatonin, your natural melatonin is going to be like slightly down regulated. So a lot of people have it, Josh, where you might have it, where you have the best 3 hours sleep. You wake up to go to the toilet, and then you're either like wide awake, or your body's like almost unregulated, and you're like feel like really sluggish, or you wake up in the morning, you've had some weird dreams. A lot of the time it's a little bit less. And also, if you look at like any sleep studies on long-term, like people with sleep issues, melatonin isn't something people recommend. It's for periods of, let's say, different time zones, jet lag. If, let's say, for example, I recommend it when, like, let's say if a client's at peak body weight and they're like, bro, I've just struggled to get to sleep, or they're back into prep and they just need to get to sleep. And I think that's probably the most important time. But like, I think if you're taking it year round, it's just a bit silly, and I don't think it's really needed.
There are also no long-term like studies based on it, though. You know what I mean? There's no long-term studies saying that this is bad for you if you're taking it every day. Like,
no.
But like, I recommend it to people when they come to me saying, I'm fucking really struggling with sleep, and I'll obviously go through everything else that I'll say, right, try this, try that, try normal sleep subs, etc. Because even getting melatonin is a ball ache, unless you're in America. Trying to get it on iHerb, it's fucking constantly sold out and stuff. But like, I do find that if people have tried a lot of things and it's not really worked, then they try melatonin at even 2.5 to 5 milligrams, and they're like, oh shit, this has actually helped.
Yeah. I think the only thing you got to remember is, as much as you can say long term, like, I think if your body produces it and then it down regulates natural production, that to me doesn't make sense from a long term standpoint to like synthetically replace what you're doing naturally. If your body, let's be honest, we can all get to sleep. Like, it's one of those where, like, a lot of the times when people have like insomnia, it's usually from other things, not from like, oh, my melatonin's naturally cooks. You know, no one's got melatonin deficiency. It's like, as you said, Finn, stop fucking looking into a fucking bright light at 11 o'clock. You know, like, put your phone away, bro. Like, stop playing Warzone and getting into top threes at 12 o'clock at midnight and be expecting to be getting sleep. You know, shit like that.
Like watching a series too late that like drives up adrenaline.
Mate, the worst I've slept this year was when me and Sanaa played Mario Kart at like 9:45, 10 o'clock. And we were like so into it. And we both like, we get into bed. And then like within 10 minutes, I'm like, I'm going to sleep. Good night. And like, it literally was like an hour. And I looked over and I'm like, you're awake as well. And she's like, I can't sleep. I'm like, neither can I. And I was like, it's because we were fucking like shoulder barging each other playing Mario Kart. Like, yeah. And it was like, we were both hyped playing Mario Kart.
Do you boys take melatonin every night then?
No.
I take it quite a lot at the minute. Like, I don't take it every single night, but I do take it when I'm on the early shifts at the gym, when I know I need to get to bed a bit quicker.
That's weird, because I don't like to take it when I have to get up, because I don't like to
I would be the exact same.
Honestly, I don't feel groggy. Like,
yeah.
I only take 2.5 milligrams. Like, I don't, or even sometimes less, sometimes like 1.25. So like mine are two gummies is 5 milligrams.
Okay.
And like, I'll often like just have half of one. So I'm having literally 1.25 milligrams. It's fuck all. But I do even just psychologically like that thought of like...
That's then my next question. Is it psychological?
Yeah, probably a lot of it is, because I don't wake up groggy ever using it.
So that's why. But then also, I have actually tried this like off-season slightly higher dose. I've got to do amount. I know Martin Fitzwater does like 50 milligrams a day or a night.
I saw Joe Gann. Joe Gann's was like that, and I was like, what?
Yeah, and John Jewett put a study up, or say he shared some study a few months back, and it was like effective dose for bodybuilders 20 to 50 milligrams, and I went up to. So I'll do like 5 usually, and like sometimes I've tried it and gone, let me just go to 20, and then I'll do that for like a couple of days. I'll go to like 30, and that's when I wake up and I'm like, what the fuck? What day is it? Like, am I dead? You know, like, yeah.
I think the most I've done is 5, and like even then, like maybe felt it more than when I've done 2.5. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I think it's like there's some link to like your parasympathetic being a little bit like in a bit more of an enhanced recovery state.
What I would say is I don't use, so like I only have ashwagandha with it. I don't have like a full sleep stack as well. Like I have ashwagandha. No, I have that. But yeah, like I've had it. I don't know for how long now.
Have you ever tried magnesium, like somewhat megadose? I saw the other day, you had that tab or two. I was going to say, like, if you're in prep and you're wanting to just feel better, start taking like 3,000 to 4,000 milligrams of like magnesium, either split up or like evening. And it wouldn't surprise me if you're like, bro, I sleep so much better and I feel really good. And then even
if it's good though, and so magnesium I usually would have post workout like 2 tabs. I don't know the exact amount. I think that's maybe 1,000 milligrams.
Okay. Yeah.
but I basically ran out of it recently. So you know when you were like, "Oh, what's that in there?" and I was like, "Oh, I think it's magnesium." It's because I'd put it into those tab boxes
Okay.
ages ago and was like, and then I've run out. So I don't really have it, to be honest. But I have ashwagandha every night without fail, and then magnesium, melatonin most nights.
I'd say like for you boys, it would actually be quite cool to do because obviously like you look at like the brain benefits of like high dose creatine, like magnesium, even like mitochondria wise, and even to a certain extent like digestion, nutrient uptake. If you were to do like let's say, and I know you probably won't think because you don't want to feel worse, but like if you were to do just for a week, like 4,000 milligrams of magnesium and like 25 grams of creatine.
I do
and, like,
30 grams of creatine.
You do 30?
And then, like, let's say, you know, Vitsi, take that pre-bed, and I guarantee you'll sleep even better. And I don't know why. Like, I need to read into it. But basically, again, as much as vitamin C you can end up going to the toilet more, which might, again, worsen sleep quality. Try that pre-bed, or just, like, through the day. So, let's say 2,000 milligrams of Vitsi. Josh, you'll be a lab rat. Do this. 2,000
I'll do it for the next week. I've got all the rules.
2,000 milligram Vitsi pre-bed, like 90 to 60 minutes pre-bed. Magnesium, like, okay, I'll let you... yeah, magnesium at like 4,000 milligrams total, even up to like 5,000 to 6,000. I've mega dosed it, and then what was the other thing I said? And creatine, like 20 grams plus, and I guarantee it wouldn't surprise me. So like, I feel so much more efficient.
Creatine 3 times a day at 10 grams.
What the fuck? Are you going through like a full? You know the big tubs. Are you going through a full one of them every month?
Yeah, easily.
Like, you mad bastard.
The problem is, the studies initially were only done up to 5 grams, where they basically found an effect on ATP, and then they were like, oh, maybe 10 grams, but they didn't look any higher, like into actually like things that aren't just ATP.
Can benefit.
Yeah, so like they were just like, oh, it affects ATP, and that's what creatine phosphate system, guys. And it was like, yeah, take more and see how it works, mitochondria wise, brain function.
I've had no like digestive issues from it spreading it out into 3.
Yeah.
I can't really say I've noticed huge benefit, but I also would say I feel pretty good at the minute. But I don't think it's just from that. I think it's also from dieting and stuff as well.
Yeah.
I have about 15 grams. It's like a heaped scoop twice a day.
Yeah.
I guess I could stick a third in, pre-bed.
That's it, mate. I literally have a big heap scoop 3 times a day, which is like close to 30 grams because like the heap scoop is like 8 to 10 grams every time.
Yeah. Also, I will preference, and Josh, make sure to write this down. For guys that are listening, make sure it's biglycinate. If it's citrate, you will shit yourself. Citrate is initially like a laxative. I don't know if you know that. So magnesium citrate, people will be like, oh, it's cool. You will shit yourself if you take 4,000 milligrams. Like,
I get the strong one available at Pit Stop Nutrition.
Okay. Yeah.
Z-Max.
What's it called?
Z-Max.
Oh, is it like a zinc, magnesium, and then there's an A or whatever?
ZMA.
Yeah, it's like ZMAs used to be like really popular back in the day because like zinc, especially like again, even in that like a pre-bed window, can make things a bit better when it comes to sleep and stuff.
Right, let's wrap it up.
Cool. Was there any other questions from your end that were good, or was that it?
It was, but we can do them next time.
Can I have one more?
Okay.
One more
We should end on one question, one good question.
After last week's podcast, we discussed Arsenal potentially bottling the league, and then they went and drew against Brentford. Has anyone changed their opinions?
No, that's not a bad result. Brentford have beaten like City, they've beaten Liverpool, right? Like Brentford are good. Brentford are like 6th.
Okay. So when they draw against Wolves, maybe?
If they draw or get beat by Wolves, then yeah, I agree. They're balling.
If it was back in the day, Man United going for the title, let's say Arsenal, Chelsea, clawing on your necks, climbing places, and you were to draw to, let's say, Everton, who were finishing 7th or 8th, you would be like, terrible result.
I wouldn't be like, we're going to bottle it though.
4 points, mate. I'm sorry. All I'm going to say is this, okay? As Josh, you probably agree with this. I still personally think actually Arsenal are going to win the league, but I feel like Arsenal have had a substantially better season than City, like substantially, and to only be 4 points clear. If City pick it up and Harden starts scoring again, like I can't see a world now where like I don't see City climbing up because Arsenal have been so much better and they're only 4 points ahead. So it's like if City just go up 2 levels, they win the league.
I'm looking at the table now. Yeah, I agree with that. Arsenal have been like a lot better, but also like I think
the game at the Etihad is going to be a big game.
Yeah, I think if Arsenal beat Wolves convincingly, I know they beat Wigan the other day, but like if they beat Wolves convincingly, then people are going to go, nah, they're sound. Like they literally they drew to Brentford, who are 7th, by the way, who have got 2 points less than Liverpool. Like it's not a bad result, that.
Mate.
The honking season that Liverpool's had.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like they're seventh, literally below Liverpool, United, Chelsea. They're not 17th. They're a good team.
That's a terrible result for Arsenal. Terrible.
I'm trying to look on tickets for Man City Arsenal to see because that.
Oh, boys, do you want to go to the Euros?
You mean
The next Euros is in England. It's in the UK. So you got the World Cup, then we've got the Euros.
What, and you want to go?
Oh yeah, why not?
I'm game.
2020, it'll be 2028, yeah?
I
Start saving your money.
I'll buy the tickets like closer to the date if that's okay.
Yeah, Reece might be dead by then.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
Right,
if I'm honest, I think the World Cup, I think in America will be hilarious. I think like the Americans trying to police a fucking football game will be so funny. Like I don't know, like imagine like a player comes out like I don't know in a slightly different top. You know, like a player changes colour, like changes tops at the end of the game. Good, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? And it's like, mate, I'm Kylian Mbappe. I'm just wearing an Argentina top. Like,
what the fuck, Reece?
Reece, how have you not been cancelled like 1,000 times?
Honestly.
Okay, let's be honest. Where is the most gun violence? Where do you see police that are just randomly shooting people? The world exists, guys. You don't need to try and like pretend that it doesn't happen.
Yeah, but you also don't need to just go on that everyone in America just shoots people.
It happens a lot more. You know,
Yeah,
if you made a joke about getting stabbed in Birmingham, you're going to be like, oh my God, think about the Birmingham gangsters. It happens, bro. Like, let's be honest. You know? Oh no, I went to Birmingham, got raced by an RS3. It happens every single time. Like, I'm convinced that RS3s just go around, they don't even go home, they just drive around constantly. It's like an NPC in a video game, just RS3s, Golf Rs, M340Is. Sorry, it's the truth.
Wow. This is my favourite podcast. I love this.
Yeah. See, I'm just ahead of the curve. I'm just honest. That's all it is.
Right, come on. I need to go and make my last meal and up in the morning for big shift at TPC.
Hell yeah. Right. Josh, it's been a pleasure. You are now set on our Mondays. We got a comment actually on the podcast about you being on board. And we also, my mum listened to the podcast. Crazy. And she was like, I've got to say, Reece, the chemistry when Josh is on is fantastic. You need to have him on. It was such a good chat. I was loving it. And I was like, oh, great. Cheers, Mum.
I think it is better just with three as well, isn't it? Like it does. You always have a third opinion and stuff. It is good.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I'll do a good job of reining you both in. Actually, maybe not Reece.
Yeah, exactly. But to be fair, you move things on perfectly when Finn started crying at the start of the podcast, so it's fine. So yeah. Right, Josh, you're the guest. I did the outro last time. I said leave us with something. I'm going to give it back to you. Please give us an outro. Leave us on some positivity to enter the new week in the strongest spot possible.
One day, we're all going to die.
Reece Fit 2026. That's like not.
That's it. Done.
Is that it?
Yep. Perfect.
Right. Bye, guys.